was amazed at the place. I wondered how anything could survive. It was so hot, maybe about 130 degrees Fahrenheit on the ground there, and almost no vegetation. It was just such a barren, hard place. It was different in Somalia. It's a really hard part of the world, and the people live a very hard life.
So the Sanag region is where the Almado mountain range is, and all the residents come out of this area. And a third of the population lives there, and it's their only source of employment and access to any sort of resources.
They have no other industry that they can depend on other than the frankincense industry. We had to disrupt what existed there. We had to change things.
Dave Sterling and Emily Wright went to northern Somalia and Bosaso first, before anyone, before doTERRA really had any strong initiatives happening in that region. And what they saw gave them the idea that we can really make a big change in this region. And they gave us the direction to, you need to go there and you need to fix some stuff and make it better, because there's a huge need.
We had to give them that seed of hope, and it's been amazing to see the change that has happened in just a few years.
anigu naftaydu waxa la yiraahdaa Cabdullaahi Saciid Cawad Caraale inankan ana dhalo Maxamed Cabdullaahi baa la yiraahdaa ana dhalo wadi ilaa maanta badaran wadi anagoo soo iminka soo xiranay oo buurti ka nimi iminka xilli leer maanta ma kormeer ku soo marnay baan noo timaaday marka ilaa saddex awow bay soo manaafacatinay ugu soo dhaqmay way lahaayeen beertan la iska daba dhaxlay qoonurma qoonka si dhaxlay marka shaqadeedu laasimi waa shaqada bayda lacag fiican hadda iibki booma hayno laakiin marka iibka loo helo siina shirkad loo qoro ay iibsato maalgashiga ay lacag kula timaado wax ka iibsato wax samaal geliyo lacag ku siiyo ma jiraan laakiin waxaad helaysaa cid ka iibsatay markaad haysatay diyaar ku tahay.
What you have are individual harvesters who live in villages and will go collect from a region that they have access to by tribal right, and will then sell to shopkeepers in their village, who then sell down to middlemen who eventually get all that resin to a port and sell it to the Europeans and the Arabs and to us and such. This was all happening without any real organization. And unfortunately, it left the harvesters at a real disadvantage, because they had no idea the value of their product. They have no protection. They have no real bargaining power. The harvesters were really getting pennies for their resin.
At the time, it was 0.8 cents per kilo, but there was huge, vast amount of resin moving out, and the harvester was being cheated by the middlemen, and all this resin was going to the UAE, to Yemen, to all these other places.
We moved them out of the way, bypassed them, and went directly to the people, formed the cooperatives. No one has ever done that before, to have these landowners and chiefs together, working together and in a cooperative. It's never happened in their history, in fact.
One of the benefits of being on the ground and getting to know the area and how the industry works, you could immediately find ways to improve it. We thought that there'd be a great benefit to having some more organization. And so we have built warehouses throughout the mountains and large collection sites that function as kind of a co-op, and that are organizing harvesters, villagers, shopkeepers, and other traders throughout the industry into kind of one network that is working together and collectively. We're now employing thousands of women who are cleaning the resin, making sure they have safe conditions, and are also getting paid well. And this organization has done a lot of things, not only to improve the supply chain, but to provide much more security and employment and fairness for more of the actors in the business.
This has required a tremendous amount of building trust and relationships with the many clans that are involved, all the way to coordinating and collaborating with the government in sustainability initiatives that they are working on to ensure that the trees can be around for a very long time.
I want to see that tree real close as possible, okay? Right there?
Yeah.
That's a carteri that's dying.
If a tree is over-harvested, what we mean by that is that there's too many cuts on the tree, and that the way that the cuts are made are too deep. If there's too many cuts, if they're too deep, if they're too close to the roots, All of these things can lead to mortality and death for that tree. doTERRA reached out to me based on my work and wanted to know how to collaborate and how to help. That's what we need more of. We need more companies to follow this lead and to participate in coming up with solutions and strategies that support a robust frankincense economy and long-term sustainability and support for the communities who deliver this raw material to the world.
We feel very responsible to make sure that we can maintain the sustainability and do it in a way that is going to be long-term beneficial for the people and the trees.
It's been amazing to see the change that has happened in just a few years. To look at the women who didn't think that anything was going to change in their life, and to now be able to come in and pay them a fair wage that they can depend on year after year after year, to pay their husbands a fair wage, to go out and harvest these trees that have been passed down from father to son, from generation to generation, and to educate their children, to give them a chance to truly be able to change their circumstance. And we are all the beneficiaries to continue to use this amazing, beautiful oil.
Through schooling, through supply of medicine and food and fairer wages and better work environments, I think the work that has been done there has been critical and will be long lasting.